Greetings again, Calm Your Mental family. I'm back with another installment of Calm and maybe a shenanigan or two. But nah, actually, I'm coming to you with an intention. My intention here is to highlight the power of intention. Because I think it's, for many of us, an unknown or untapped power. And so, yeah, that's where we're going tonight. That's what we're reflecting on. So to begin, there's a quote that I Googled. I actually Googled quotes on intention. And this one I really loved. It said, we either live with intention or exist by default. And the quote is by a 3-time Olympic gold medal winner named Kristen Armstrong. She was a professional cyclist. And so anyways, I don't really know much about her, but her quote was spot on. And to me, intention is like the address you put into a GPS. You know, Google Maps, whatever, Yahoo, pick one. But intention sets the direction we want to go in, or the destination we're trying to get to. Our intention, I feel, as we co-create with the universe, gives the universe a direction to guide us into. It also, I feel, gives, it gives us a basket, for the universe to fill up with its things according to what our intention is. And I know I can speak for myself. Every time I have set an intention and been really clear about what I wanted, it found its way to me. Beautifully, just me speaking or writing what I want, what goal I'm trying to reach. And saying, literally, my intention is yada, yada, yada. I've always gotten what I wanted or something very close to it. And when I say something very close to it, it's always exceeded what I wanted. And if I didn't get what I wanted, I could go back to my intention and see maybe it was a little foggy or I wasn't clear about what I wanted. And so it only helped me that next time to be more clear about what I wanted. The thing is, we can't control the how and what's going to go on, right? What's going to get us there. But we can be intentional and clear about what we want. And then trust that we will be guided. The intention is that seed, it's the idea. And so we want to be very clear about that. Whether it's a job that you want. I remember I was a teller, and this is way back in my 20s, but I had been in banking for a couple years, but desiring to do more. But not really knowing how, or I didn't know how to get there. I just knew I wanted to do more, and I wanted to get out of the front line. I didn't want to be a teller anymore. I wanted to do more like back office operations, but I didn't have the words for it at that time because I was not a banker. Like, it wasn't my industry. And so I didn't even know what positions existed then, I just knew I want to do something in back office. And so I literally had to kind of build it in my head until I knew, like, okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I ended up, seeking it out. Once I figured out, okay, this is what I want, I set an intention. I started seeking it out, but I was still kind of off. Like, it was not meeting, but it was kind of there. And then I had another offer, and it explained, actually, I remember I went on, I think it was Indeed or something at the time, and I started searching the types of things I wanted to do in the job, and then I ended up finding what the job was called, and it was bank operations. It was senior, position in operations. And sure enough, once I got clear, then I reset my intention, and everything I needed started popping up, and I ended up meeting someone who offered me a job in the field, and it was just the dopest thing because I felt like it just found me. It found me because I had put the energy towards like looking and trying to figure out, what the hell do I want? And so not only with that, it happened when I became a flight attendant. It was the same deal. I set an intention, didn't even know like what I was doing. I just knew I was going to do that. And the things I needed started to just come forward. But it's happened in so many different areas of my life. Just me setting an intention about what I want, what the goal was. It's like the universe, they say, the universe conspires. Like, it's always trying to help us, and it's always going to give us whatever we put out there. If you're putting out confusion because you're not clear about what you want, let me just say, putting out something is better than not putting out anything. However, if you put it out in a confused energy, it's like mixed signals to the universe, right? It's like saying you want to go right, but you're going left. The universe is going to give you left because that's what it's reading in your energy field. And so it's important to get clear about what you want. And for me, what works for me is getting clear about what I want next. Not like trying to paint out the rest of my life. I'm just not one of those people. Good for those people, but I'm not. So I always have to spend some time with myself, figure out where I'm at right now, what I'm doing, how I want to feel, what I want my life to look like next, and then set an intention based on that. And then take the actions I can take to at least prepare myself for what the intention is. And so, that quote really struck a chord with me last night when I found it, because seriously, you gotta know. You have to set intentions and don't just be out here flailing, because life wants to help us, but it needs a direction to guide us. It needs something to be able to provide the things we need on our journey. And yeah, your intention may just be to trust God right now. And that's a really good intention too. You know, to seek God daily and ask God for guidance. You know, to make contact with God on a daily basis. Set that intention and see what happens. But yeah. So this love note is just encouragement to you to set those intentions. Set them, refine them, change them, write them down. More than anything, just get clear. Get clear about what you want right now. Get clear on where you're trying to go, what you want the outcome to be. And then you've done your part. You've done your part. You've given this beautiful universe, this beautiful God energy, an opportunity to co-create with you because it wants to, because that's what we're here to do. We're all creating and multiplying. We're all creating and multiplying. I'll say it one more time. We're all creating and multiplying all the time. With our heart, with our mind, with our ideas. And there's a universe that's constantly receiving those ideas and trying to make something of them. So be mindful of your thoughts. I'll say that's just as important as setting your intentions, is mindfulness behind everything that you do and say. One of my intentions that I really, it's just mine, you know, is to create dope shit, you know, to collaborate and create dope shit. I want to create dope shit. And that is like me to the core. Collaborate, communicate, and create dope shit. The other one is to live a deeply fulfilling and rewarding life. And that may seem kind of vague or broad or whatever. But in my mind, it gives the universe, it gives God more opportunities to bless me with that. So yeah, fam, be intentional. Be intentional. If you want to see better results in your life, get intentional about what you're out here living for. And again, that can be not easy. I'm not saying it is. But just start trying to pull the pieces apart, you know, and figuring out at least what you do like right now, at least what feels good to you right now. You don't gotta know everything, but run with knowing that one thing that feels good to you right now, that one thing that inspires you right now. And build upon that. Anyways, I'll stop here. That's all I have for now, my friends. I'm sending love and lots of calm until next time.